All right, Shalom Akyam, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harachakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the Akyam out there who are doing the work of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in truth, faith, and in sincerity. This brother Todd will pop back with some brief words concerning America as it relates, or as she relates to this coronavirus, okay? And we see this coronavirus is bringing America to a standstill. America is being brought to a halt. Although it may be incrementally, but it's being brought to a halt nonetheless. Now, whether America bounce back from this or whatever, I don't know. But even if America does come to a close, what you have to understand, and the point that I want to drive home, is that although America, BKA, biblically known as Babylon, although she may be through, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is just getting started. And so with that being said, us being men of the Lord, we can't, we can't relax. We can't rest. This is no time to kick our feet up. You understand? And for those of you out there who mocked and scoffed at this word, and you turned your back on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you can just get ready, because it's going to get worse. If you're scared of this virus, you got a rude awakening. So this is what the book of Amos said. You understand? Because you got a lot of people out there that really don't, even though seeing what's going down, they don't make the connections between what's going on, us being out there, and just everything. I say us, I mean the men of the Lord being out on the highways and byways. And if you would stop scoffing for just 2 or 3 minutes, you would know that a lot of this was happening. This was warned, or you were warned. This was prophesied, Shalaki. This was prophesied. Now this is Amos chapter 5, and I'm going to start at verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord." Going to all you Christians, it's hundreds of millions of Christians worldwide, and they all say the same thing, "Oh, I can't wait to see the Lord," this and that, whatever. Well, the day of the Lord, you're going to get to see him sooner than you think. The day of the Lord is at hand. You understand? So it says again, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?" Right, what's going to be your outcome in the day of the Lord? To what end is it for you? You don't even know. Yet you're sitting here and you speak about the day of the Lord and going to glory and walking around heaven and whatever. You know how Jake speaks concerning this worldly salvation, or this worldly doctrine concerning salvation. They don't have a clue as of what's in the scriptures. They get their whole doctrine from their whole understanding is based on the doctrine of men. They don't have any idea, any earthly idea what's written in this word. This is what it says. "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? For the day of the Lord is darkness and not light." So you ain't seen the darkness yet. So this is the warm up. Coronavirus, the Dow plunging day after day after day, all prices plummeting. Right, you're gonna see the demise of America as you people know it. All that getting up, getting dressed, heading out to work, but before you get there, stopping to get that abominable pork and egg biscuit, to start your wicked ass day, and going on to work and laugh with your coworkers and your daily vain routine. As you know it, that's coming to a stop. The Most High is about to bring an end to it. And you know why? It's because the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. He's coming with judgment. And that judgment is majority of the people on this earth are going to have to die. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see the picture? You see here on your screen? Bodies piled up, stacked as high as the eye can see. You know? Well, this is what's coming to the world. Okay? This is what's coming to the world. It says in verse 19, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. You see? You just so happen to escape that lion just to be met by a bear. Now, this is going into the day of the Lord, mind you. And again, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So the day of the Lord is going to be to the destruction of the wicked. One calamity after the next. You manage to get away from that lion, a bear gonna be right there to slap your ass off. You escape that bear. You manage to escape that bear to make it into the house, and you lean on the wall and get bit by a serpent. So just when you think you safe and you good, Most High got something you ain't even see coming. You understand? So let's just say that lion in this case is the coronavirus. Gonna get it, y'all escape this coronavirus. You know, and you might think you all good, but then, you know, you go and get that mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, and then a few months down the line, or however long, you get rounded up and get put in the concentration camp. Because you can't hide, because you got the mark, you have the beast mark on you. So they rounding you up, putting you in the concentration camp. So let's say you escape this concentration camp, you in your bunker, you think it's all good. Well then guess what? You know, there's a number of things that can go wrong in an underground bunker. But just know that, yeah, the scriptures speak on those that go into the earth into hiding, that you will be brought out. But anyway, this is what all entails the day of the Lord. So now verse 20 says, let's get 20. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? See, there's still yet brightness. But as I said, although America may be on her last leg, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is just getting started. So we still have lots of work to do. We, as in the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, his prophets, the hopeful elect. All right, so where I want to go here is to 2nd Ezra 9, starting at the top. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we see more than parts of the signs past, which, man, the Lord told us what to look for in Matthew the 24th chapter. And then when you read down, starting about the 6th verse, it tells you there would be earthquakes in diverse places. But let's get it. It reads it right here. Verse 3 says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, same thing Yahweh Shai stated. It says, then shalt thou well understand that it is the Most High, Salakia, that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. You understand? So this is us brothers. This was in us. You know, this was in us going back generations because, you know, the Most High said he basically that he established his elect from the foundation of the earth. He has 7,000 men reserved unto him, which have not bowed the knee to Baal. So, you know, this word, although we fell asleep for a time, this word was already in us, and it just took that hearing of the faith to turn it back on, to wake it up, wake us up. You understand? To turn on that switch, so to speak, to cut the lights on, the light of the gospel. You understand? But going back, let's look at verse 2 again. 2 Ezra 9 and 2, it says, Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So, right, when you see the signs pass that the prophets had warned about, which we've seen them. We see earthquakes all over the world. You understand? We see uproars there also with these earthquakes. There are riots all over the world. People are rioting. There are uproars of the people. Well, this is the beginning stages of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah visiting the world. These are the beginning of sorrows. So it says, well, okay, we may come back to that. Let's get the beginning of sorrows. All right, here we go. All right, we'll start at verse 6. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So here Yahweh Shai is speaking of wars and rumors of wars. You know, you name it, from South Ossetia and Ukraine to Syria and the U.S. with the proxy war that was waged between Syria and the U.S. You know, there have been wars, and then there have been rumors of wars. The ongoing wars in the Middle East, in Iraq and Iran, Iraq, Pakistan and Afghanistan, all that commotion, it never died down since the early 2000s. See, these are wars and rumors of wars. And that says, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. See, this is the beginning of sorrows. We are still in the beginning of sorrows. Now you'll know when the Most High turns up the heat, because it'll be actual wars. You know, people will be getting chipped by decree. Which again, when I say chipped, I'm referring to the mark of the beast that's spoken of in Revelation the 13th chapter. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. So now just understand, when you're seeing nations rising against nations, we got that going on. China is looking to supplant America. Russia and China on sides, but soon as America go down, they'll be pitted again. You know, well, if we was to still be in this wicked kingdom, they would be at each other's throat. But this is the case of them coming together. This is the case of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And that's what a lot of these alliances that's being made. All these allegiances being pledged. You understand? They have one common enemy in sight, and that is America. You know, but then you have other little small wars, such as over there in Israel and Pakistan. You know, you got all these other little skirmishes going on. This is nation rising against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. Yeah, there's famine everywhere, man. Famine in South America, famine in Central America, famine overseas. People are starving, man, all over the world. So all of these prophecies are being played out at this very moment. And then it says, and pestilences. In comes the coronavirus, COVID-19. That is a pestilence. So we see all these prophecies, man, playing out right now, real time. We see it. Now, what else is on there? And earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, there are earthquakes every day worldwide. Every day. You know what I'm saying? So, right. But verse 8 said, all these are the beginning of sorrows, meaning the Most High is just getting warmed up. It's just getting started. Greater sorrows than these shall come. And what side of the fence will you be on? You know? Now I want to go back, as I said, to Ecclesiasticus. Second Ezra chapter 9. And we'll pick back up at we'll pick back up at 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things. It said, from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right, through his prophets. How far back you want to go? To Adam? Noah? Abraham? You name them. All these men of the Lord spoke on the same thing, and that's the Messiah returning to redeem Israel, you know what I'm saying, and restore things to the state of righteousness in which the Most High established in the first place. See, right now things are in a state of corruption, a state of decay, because of death. Through the enemy, death came into the world. And he wants to hold on to that. You know, to show you what type of devil this is. That's how wicked this man is. You know? Now, even though you may be wicked, you know, you could still see the error in what's going on, but they don't see the error. You know? They don't care. They think that they can make it right with their one world order. That they can bring a utopian world, you know, their way, outside of the scriptures. But it's not going to happen that way. It's going to happen in tune and in line with the scriptures, because Yahweh Shai himself is coming back to establish all things. Now, it says in verse 5, verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So, all things, man, all things, even our Lord Yahweh Shai. Only thing that's eternal, really eternal, everlasting, is Yahweh Shai. Salaki is Yahweh the Father. Yahweh Shai, he is the Alpha, beginning, and the Omega, the end. In the Hebrew, the Ah and the Tha, Awatha, the beginning and the end. And so it started with Yahweh Shai, it's going to end with Yahweh Shai. But the Most High, he just keeps on keeping on. You understand? But, you know, I'm going to jump back and get 2 Ezra 6. Because it said that the end is manifest. And so, let's go here, 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. So this is going into the story of Jacob and Esau, Isaac's twin sons, who are these are basically the main players in the earth today because they went on to become nations. Now Jacob is the nation of Israel, and Esau is the nation of Edom, the so-called white people. All right, so they're the two main players in the world, the righteous and the wicked. So now let's look at verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world. So it's letting you know that we just read that it is manifest that we are at the end because all the things that the prophets spoke of, and I read the account of Yahushua speaking on it also, earthquakes in diverse places, kingdom against kingdom, nation rising against nation, pestilence or pestilences, because there's more to come. All that, Yahushua said, this is the beginning of sorrows. Right, this is the beginning of the end. But it's not just a, okay, now, this gonna happen and then bam, that's it. No, there's gonna be war. The rollout, the rollout of the mark of the beast has to come. And who knows how long that could take. We know it ain't gonna be years, but it's gonna take a dispensation of time. But it all is determined on how the Most High is gonna do it. But yeah, Esau is the end of the world, and you know who's in rulership right now because we're at the end. And so if Esau is the end of the world, that means Esau must be prominent somewhere in the world today. If he is the end of the world, that means he's going to be, he cannot be, because you have those out there that say the Edomites were done away with. He cannot be done away with if he is the end of the world. He's still going to be here. Doing what? Bringing about the end of the world, which is what he's doing. Releasing the coronavirus. Polluting the airwaves with 5G millimeter microwaves. Polluting the oceans, the seas, the lakes and rivers. Polluting outer space. Just doing all manner, allowing people to be homosexuals. You understand? Yeah, this is because he is the end of the world. But what does it say after that? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. Jacob, the Israelites. So the Israelites is the beginning of and this is talking about rulerships. Jacob is the beginning of that new rulership. So in other words, Esau's, and you can equate Esau with America, aka or BKA Babylon. Esau's end is our beginning. So although America may be through on its last leg, finished, Yahushua is just getting started because our kingdom is just beginning. So there's still yet work to be done. You understand? So I'm going to end it right there. I pray through the spirit of Yahushua that you brothers were edified. All praises, honor, and glory goes unto Yahushua, Ba'ashem Harachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. To the next lesson, Shalom.